She ain't giving. What it do, y'all? Greetings. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. Baby, I gotta use a butane. Honey, we gonna get, well, honey, Palo Santo, she don't know like I, yeah, look. You weren't happy when I was being sweet and lovely. No. You gotta wait till I use the old butane torch in order for you to be correct, okay? So that's what we doing. I guess that's what we doing, all right? Greetings, y'all. Welcome. Welcome to 773. Give me a second, y'all, because I'm not trying to burn the place down. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. It's your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie, here to give the collective that is you, my little terabytes, your emotional and spiritual forecast for this fine day of January the 20th. Y'all, it was just like, shit, it just felt like I just was out New Year's Eve, and now here we are, 20 days into the first month of the brand new year. Baby. Yeah, it goes fast. Time goes fast. Real fast, y'all. Y'all saw my shuffle. Y'all saw my pull. I'm gonna pull these right over here. I was there I was at the Metro for New Year's Eve, and then I was at the Metro this Sunday to see the incomparable Queen of House, a diva, perform. Y'all, had a great time. Oh, I had a great time. But I tell you this much, y'all, ain't nothing like going to a nightclub. Ain't nothing like going to a nightclub to show you exactly how old you are. Baby. Oh, these kids, the children were lovely. They greeted me. They treated me respectfully. But baby, it's a brand new day out here in these nightclubs. Let me be the first to tell you. All right. So with all that being said, y'all, hey, welcome to Aquarius season. We in Aquarius season, the season of Aquarion, the Aquas. Yes. We are stepping into Aquarius season, and we're doing it right after we had a new moon in Capricorn. That was on Sunday. And that matters. That new moon in Capricorn was asking us to get very serious. It was asking us to get very, very real, very honest about what we're building and whether we're actually willing to show up and do the work for it. Okay? But now, here come Aquarius season. And Aquarius season says, now that you know the rules, you gotta break the rules. And wait a minute. It's not out of chaos. You're not breaking rules out of chaos. You're breaking rules out of evolution. Once you know the rules, you can safely break them. Okay? Aquarius comes in and it says, okay, cool. You just came out of this new moon in Capricorn energy. That's cool. But is this life actually yours? Is this the way you actually want to do shit? All right? So Aquarius season isn't a loud shift. It's a mental one. It's a truthful check-in. It's a vibe check. And for a lot of people, it's uncomfortable because comfort was never the point. Yeah. We got to be uncomfortable before we get comfortable, if that makes any kind of sense. And that is what that new moon energy in Capricorn, that was that discipline. Here comes Aquarius season. Say, okay, keep that discipline, but know when you can skip a corner or two, because these rules, these stringent rules were made for people that didn't have any forward thinking. But like for my Aquas, that's not you. That's not you, Aquas. You've always been elevated. You've always been able to think 10 steps ahead. And by the time everybody catches up, you were bored. Okay, but here's the energy, plain and simple. Like I said, the Capricorn season and that new moon, it was about structure. It was about goals. It was about discipline. It was about responsibility. It was not dreaming. It was not about dreaming and not about imagining. It was about deciding. Now here we got Aquarius season. Aquarius season doesn't tear that down. It tests it. Aquarius energy says, stop building what only looks good on paper. Stop following rules just because they've always been there. Stop shrinking yourself to stay acceptable. This season is about authenticity over approval. Oh, let me say that again. This season is about authenticity over approval. And yeah, that can feel very destabilizing at first. And you might feel restless. You might feel mentally overstimulated. You may be questioning systems and roles and expectations. You gonna be less patient with the bullshit. That's not you losing focus. That's you outgrowing the box. This is going to show up in real life. This is going to show up as suddenly questioning your job structure. This is going to show up as wanting more space to think for yourself. This is going to show up as feeling done explaining why you are the way you are. Okay, this is going to feel like you want to crave more freedom, not chaos, but some breathing room. Aquarius doesn't want rebellion for rebellion's sakes. It wants rebellion for alignment. And if something fits, it stays. If it doesn't fit, you feel it in your body first. You're going to feel that irritation. You're going to feel that anxiety. You're going to feel that mental fatigue. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Here's the reason. Here's the real reason this season trips so many people up. The brain is wired for familiarity. The brain is wired for familiarity, not truth. So even if something isn't working anymore, the mind will cling to it because it's predictable. It costs less emotional energy. It protects your identity and your ego. And the Aquarius energy messes with all of that. The Aquarius energy, it introduces new ideas. It introduces new perspectives. It introduces new questions. And the mind goes, yeah, but this is how we've always done it. That's not intuition, babies. That's conditioning. That is domestication. Growth doesn't always feel safe at first. It feels different. And different makes the ego nervous. Yeah. Ego makes the ego real nervous. Let me show you something. Let me find him. Y'all, I'm looking. Where are you, sir? I'm looking for my emperor. Because that is what this season is very much feeling like. It's feeling very much emperor. Here we go. The emperor. This was Capricorn season. This was the new moon in Capricorn. This was structure. This was authority. This was boundaries. This was self-leadership. You built something. You were committed. You got serious. But now here comes Aquarius energy. And Aquarius energy is the star. And the star asks, is this structure aligned with who you really are? Does this future give you hope? Or does it give you just stability? Are you building a life that fits your soul? Or are you building a life that fits your resume? Are you building a life that fits your soul? Or are you building a life that fits your resume? Y'all, I tell you, some of the shit that comes out of my mouth, it baffles even me. Here's the key, though. The emperor builds the foundation, and the star decides the direction. Without the star, discipline turns into burnout. Without the emperor, hope turns into fantasy. This season is about balancing both of them. Yeah. Yeah. Collectively, people are done pretending. People are done pretending. They done forcing themselves into roles that don't fit. They done overperforming just to feel worthy. They done being confused. They done being confused, being responsible with being miserable. Woo! They done. Aquarius season right here activates the truth. It activates the integrity. It activates the individuality. Not selfishness, but self-honesty. This is about living in a way that doesn't require that constant self-betrayal. Shit. You don't need to blow up your life. You just need to stop lying to yourself. To move forward, to move lighter, here's what you need to do. You need to let go of of the fear of being misunderstood. Let them misunderstand you. The majority of these people are committed not to. The majority of people are committed not to want to understand you. So why are you trying to knock yourself out, trying to make yourself understood? Don't do that. Being loyal to outdated identities. Y'all, don't let that loyalty become a leash. Oh, I've always been this way. Even though you've outgrown it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Waiting for permission from your parents, from your partner, or from society. Let that shit go. You know what you can also let go? Over explaining your choices. You don't need a PowerPoint presentation to justify why you did what the fuck you did, to justify your truth. Aquarius energy says you don't need approval to evolve. So how we going to bring all this together? You just came off that new moon that said build it right. Aquarius season now says build it real. If something feels off, let it go. I got to go, y'all. I got to get to work. Don't be afraid to evolve. Oh, let me give you an affirmation. I trust myself to evolve. I got to go, y'all. I'm going to have all your stuff on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.